Rachanaji, Content Director, my student, Dr. Gitanjali Singh, all the colleagues of Department of Economics and the college, and dear students and participants from different parts of the country. First of all, I would like to congratulate this college, especially Madam Principal and the Department of Economics for organizing a conference. There are many conferences going on, but on such a sensitive topic, which is yet to be taken by the state, by the society, because the COVID-19, had kind of shocked this world experienced in centuries. And everyone was affected all over the globe. And after that, just talking about what had changed, transformed, who could survive this post-COVID era, and what are the sustainability. That is a very, very relevant topic. We are just talking Professor Nanda. So I congratulate for selection of such a sensitive topic for the society, for the country. Now, when it is my first time in this college, although the college is very famous in the region, and when I listened today about the achievements of the college, really I could feel that how important part this college is of the region. Why I am saying that? Because not only the education. I was reading one book where Nelson Mandela, the man who spent 27 years in jail for the freedom, after coming out from the jail, said that it is the only education which can transform the world, which can make the world better. Professor Y.K. Verma, Professor Sanjay Kaushik, they were talking about some statistics on GDP, inequalities, huge inequalities, and after post-COVID-19, how these inequalities increase, how they can be increased. I've been in Oxford for a few years, and we used to discuss there is one International Institute of International Development, where Professor Mehboob ul Haq and Professor Amartya Sen has been a part of that. And we could have an opportunity to discuss about this aspect of development, poverty and equality. So they used to say that, yes, education is the only important and potent weapon to fight against poverty and inequality. And for India, it is very important, although our statistics are saying that 20% population is now only under poverty line, but at the same time we claim that we are providing food to 80 crore people free. So when you are providing food to 80 crore people free, so what you can understand the level of poverty. So how we can do it? In that removal, education, and importantly the women education. In India it is very relevant, and this college, NCM DAV in the region, I know the students, they must feel proud to be a part of such a distinguished college in such a beautiful city. And I think in that beautiful city and this distinct college, you should link your vision to that. When you talk about Chandigarh, Chandigarh in itself a word of wisdom. When you see that I love Chandigarh, I love beautiful city. But imagine when this idea came into mind in 1950s, where we didn't have food, famines were there. Just we got independence. And a person who at that time was talking about, designing a city, first time in India or in Asia. I was reading one book and Chaman Lai at that time, the premier of the president of China asked Nehru, because Chaman Lai visited there when this city was planned. And he was a very close friend of Nehru, at that time the Pansi, the Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai. He said, oh, you are planning such a beautiful city. And who planned? The best architect of the world at that time, Lakewood. So that is the purpose of the education. That you can think differently, you can think for a future, for a long term. And I think this institute will play that very role. And one more thing I would say, that the teachers are the most important people who can bring the change. Most important. You talk about the political leaders, you talk about other people, but teachers. Professor Y.B. Verma was telling us that US is contributing equal to India's GDP through IPR, intellectual property right. From where the intellectual property right comes? From the higher education. If you have a best higher education, which is supposed to be in US, when all over the world people strive for getting admission in Harvard, in Hopkins, in Berkeley, why? And that is the reason that IPR is happening. Even the intellectual property which is growing in our countries, our intellectuals which are growing, they are doing the research going there. We are getting Nobel Prize also. But what is the lab of those Nobel Prizes? So we are lacking somewhere in providing those facilities. So if we provide that, intellectual property right, India itself has a long history of intellectual property. I don't want to go in back, but recently one book came. You must have heard about the Unger, this Oxford, economist, who wrote a book on the request of OECD, and in that book he measured the income from the first century AD, first AD to 20th century, 21st century, and he found that from first century to 18th to 19th century, India was the richest country. Up to 1935, 24.5% GDP was coming from India in the global GDP. And what is our GDP contribution today? Around 2%. So 24.5% GDP was coming from India. So from where it was coming? Because industry was flourishing, handicraft, everything. Now we are lacking there. So these kind of institutions can play an important role. And there are some other challenges I would like to touch because it's about Haryana, Punjab. See, I was talking about the teacher. I gave you one very small, one brief story. You must have heard, some people must have heard about the Thomas Edison. And there is one, I was listening the profile that one professor is talking to the students about their psychological problems, or even without, counseling the students. That is very, very important. Sometimes we teachers lack. And I am telling you, there are many researches, female, women, they are natural teachers. And they are better than any trained teacher. I give you one example of Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was in school, like in 7th and 8th standard. And his teacher gave him one envelope with some slip that go and give this envelope to your mom, your mother. He came and he gave, and his teacher asked, don't open it. And he gave that envelope to his mom. And his mom smiled. Then Edison asked, what is written in this slip, mom? So she said, my dear son, your teacher wrote that you are super intelligent. Your IQ level is so high. Every teacher is appreciating you that he is a genius. And school is finding difficult to cope with your intelligence because other students are very slow learners. That's why they have shown their, they have shown their unwillingness that we can't continue with such a super intelligent boy in a class. Other students will suffer. So we request you to start homeschool. And he started homeschooling. He never went to any institution. And you know what did Thomas Edison? This light bulb first time invented by Thomas Edison. And when his mother died, he was just taking care of all belongings of his mother. And that envelope he found. And what was written in that envelope? That this boy is mentally retarded. He can't understand what is happening in class. He's a duffer. Other students are suffering. So we request you, please keep your boy at home and start your home learning. So can you imagine the reaction of Edison? So that's why I feel sometimes that we teachers sometimes fail to recognize our students. And every student is genius. He has something in him. We need to understand. Recently we have this UPSC result. Now every newspaper they are talking. All top 4 are girls, and a good number of girls are in UPSC from very, humble background. The girls are getting first, second position in civil services by going in a very, rural school, simple school, from parents, rehdiwalas, laborer, competing with the IITian of Kharagpur and the Kanpur, those who are getting very good education. So, what does it say? That you all have that talent. Students, each student is unique and teachers should understand that. They might not be good in cognitive learning, but they may have some other talent. So that we should understand. And as this college, I was so happy to come to this college because recently this book which I wrote, Igniting 37 Crore. 37 crore growth engines are the youth 15 to 24. And in this book we propose that if we ignite these 37 crore growth engines, then all the problems will be solved. This economy, this GDP, they will take care. But these 37 crore growth, we need to ignite. How we should ignite? We discuss with those things in this book, and we discuss about particularly this women participation. Women participation, if you see in India, still it is very low. It is 1/3 of the male participation, just 24.5%. It is not because women doesn't want to participate, but the overall societal things, the overall atmosphere you see. I am critical sometimes. I lived abroad for many years. We boast our culture, whichever Indian culture. I won't go for any religious culture, Indian culture. But when I was in Paris, I was in London, I could see that a girl with a short dress at 1 a.m. not only traveling in metro, but going in a very lonely street. She has no fear. Why? But why it is fear in that in Chandigarh, in Delhi, they can't move like that? These are the basic, differences. We have to work on that mental things that our weaknesses. But these weaknesses we should not give discredit to our people. It is historical. As I was telling, in 1925-30, we were 1/4 of the total GDP of the world. Even the East India Company entered 100 years back. But how they looted, plundered, how they abolished, vanished our education system, our culture, these Britishers. Why? Because they didn't imagine that they will go in 1947. No, why? Because in 1930 they were making Rashtrapati Bhavan, Parliament, India Gate, the symbol of mighty power. They say we will stay here for another 100 years. But a man or a group of men who felt themselves liberated, including N.K. Gandhi, when he went west, in the western country, he studied those literature and found, no, in India people were not aware that they are slaves or they are under any, they have the culture of my baap. Britishers are supposed to rule this country, they were feeling like that. But when Gandhi came, and Gandhi knew that with violence we cannot go with this mighty power who were ruling more than 50 countries in this world. But what the weapon he used to defeat that mighty power, and not only defeat the mighty power, he won over the humanity. Also, that weapon was not very new in India. Gautam Buddha also invented after so much of violence. So, that Gandhi's movement, gave some sense of liberty, freedom, unite. Okay? People sometimes laugh on, he was saying that एक अगर कोई चांटा मारे तो उसकी तरफ दूसरा गाल कर लीजिएगा. That is not the weakness. He said only strong people can do that. Cowards can't do that. So today the problem of, the West never can understand these concepts. Only India can give them. Otherwise you see what is happening in the West. They made this world, full of violence. Today even Russia-Ukraine war is going on. It is not only Russia-Ukraine war. It is all these people. Whether it is US, whether it is European country, so-called developed country. So, we have this responsibility. We should have this confidence, Indians. And particularly now, I used to say that the next, time, future is belong to the women power. Because the sense of responsibility, the resilience, the patience they have, that is required not only to this country, to the whole world. So, that responsibility lies on you. After COVID-19 or during COVID-19, you see, we were exposed also. Although after that, we are boasting that we controlled that COVID-19, but you see how our health system was just collapsed. And even today it is not ready for such kind of things. So we need to work, we need to transform that. Transformation is happening so fast, we can't wait. How these people lying in your streets for 3-4 generations can wait for another 2-3 generations? We are the student of economics. Economics never takes so much time, development never takes so much time to, change. Whether you see any model. When Japan was completely washed out in 1945 in the World War, Second World War, completely, buildings were just, demolished, dot of bomb, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, completely, they didn't have anything. And in 10-15 years again this stood up. Although we say we are celebrating our Azadi Ka Amrit Kal, 75 years is so long time. Even Western country took only after 1945, 20 years to become, developed. So we need to work on that, and time, it's very, very important time. Artificial intelligence is coming. Even those who invented artificial intelligence, last week there was a meeting with the Senate. I can take 2-3 minutes, please. Yes. And they said, we invented artificial intelligence, but we don't have any control on that. So, now what will happen with this artificial intelligence? It is already happening. There are many things with the technology. We should all aware about that. We cannot just close our eyes. We have to be part of that. COVID-19 at least transformed that. The highest transformation happening, digital transformation. And digital transforming highest happening in higher education. You people opted that so quickly, and online classes started. See, that was the transformation. Now, although we are on the pre-COVID mode now, but we cannot revert those things. Online, what was invented at time, it is contributing. Okay? But at the same time, there is a note of caution also. You have to look after our students. What is happening with them, particularly the school students or young students like you? Psychological aspects, addiction, this, device addiction, mobile. You see how your children, those who have small children, this is a big problem now. How to, ask them to reduce their time. So that is a challenge that is creating many kind of psychological and health problem. Health problem will come after some time. So that is there. Similarly, the data, big data. Now we all are like, we have no secret. This intelligence already entered in your bedrooms. If I entered in Chandigarh, okay, I have been traced at least 20 times by the CCTVs. There are CCTVs. That's okay. But these devices, I was just reading about this artificial intelligence, that this camera is off. But when I am doing that, it is taking a picture. My audio is off, but it is listening. Whatever emails you are doing, hacked. Why were your emails? Talk about the emails of White House, Assange. The Assange, that person hacked everything of US government, secrets. So that is a very important thing where we need to work. Your personal security, cyber security, how this is entering in your personal life, that need to be worked. They are quite of caution. So there is a limit of time, but about this conference, I would say that still till time is required for judging the post-COVID effects. There were reports that young people are getting heart attack because of this post-COVID thing. So we have no program for post-COVID health surveillance. Every single human being should be, diagnosed with what is happening due to this COVID-19. COVID-19 has completely, reshuffled your all system within. People are complaining many, problems after that. Memory loss, some, pain in the legs, and other things also, psychological also. So we need that time for that. But yes, we can do that. It is not that India can't do that. India is growing slowly today. Professor Kaushik was talking, we are aspiring for 5 trillion economy. Although I don't believe in these statistics, but if you talk about statistics also, 3 days ago it is already 3.5 trillion. And I hope in 2047 it can be 35 trillion, second largest economy of the world. But those are statistics. What is happening on the ground about those sections of the society? As Professor Kaushik was also telling, inequalities are increasing. Only 1% people, they are capturing more than 60%, resources and income. So we need that regulation. But yes, the conference is very relevant, and about the sustainability, COVID-19 itself told us, when the all traffic was stopped, you could see the sky, and khas these people from Chandigarh could see Shimla from here. So you can see what we are doing to the nature. We have to take care. I am very happy to see that this college has its own renewable energy with negative electricity bill. I am here in Chandigarh. There was a talk long back that farmers are getting free electricity, but very soon everyone will get almost free electricity. There is a great energy transition. Not only solar, hydrogen is coming. From everything, energy is going to, be made, and everyone will get the free easily. Although I know that time is over, but here, because I might have this platform, I request this college, these young people, that this Punjab is a very big name. Punjab, already 5 big, rivers, culture name, all over the world. But what is happening with Punjab? This drug addiction, and I say in one line only, drug addiction is not a problem which these politicians can solve. Only you people can solve, teacher can solve. Gandhi ji once said, if you keep people's mind, idle, they will do such things. What will they do? There is a survey that 50% people are going abroad, as Professor Kaushik was saying. From 2016 to 2021-22, there is a data that 10 lakh people from Punjab moved abroad. And maximum 40% are students. And only in 4-5 years, 27,000 crore people, 25,000 rupees went abroad. It is a big part of Punjab budget. So this migration thing, this drug addiction, this agriculture, this what is happening in the West Punjab or in Bathinda. So we have to unite to regenerate our old Punjab into a new Punjab. Punjab is a country which, gave this, Punjab is a state which gave the food to this country at that time in 60s. And Punjab was now the name of prosperity. But the things are very difficult. Now Haryana's per capita income is 3 lakh. Punjab's per capita income is less than 2 lakh. Although Gurgaon factor is there, but still Haryana is making his name in sports. You see how many Olympians are there. Punjab was known for the sports. So now we have to think about that, and teacher can play this role to transform, to again renew our that Punjab. Without Punjab, I am telling you, this country cannot go further. So not only youth of Chandigarh, maximum, 50%, more than 50% are from Punjab. They have this duty. How to do that? Form such society, attach yourself with some work and remove these all evils which are coming into Punjab. And I know that, I have full confidence in Punjab, that Punjab will stand again. Because Punjab stood at that time when whole country was like, in perils. And Punjab stood not only once, Punjab stood 100 times, again and again. All foreign invaders were coming through Punjab, they were fighting with them. So Punjab is our heritage, Punjab is our proud. We should work, each one should work for that. I am in Haryana, but I know how much we love Punjab, how much people love Punjab, the Punjabi culture all over the globe. So please think about that, and at this juncture of this conference, we should pledge to keep our Punjab again the आगे बढ़ता पंजाब ना उड़ता पंजाब. Thank you very much.